Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. And in this video, I will try to give you little insight on a novel, on a partition novel written by Intizar Husain. This will be a part one of this novel, and in part two, our discussion will be more plot centric, more character centric, and more theme centric. And in this video, I will try to discuss about the writer and about the summary of the story in a very brief way. So, the novel Basti, it was published in 1979 and it is written by a Pakistani Urdu novelist and short story writer Intizar Husain. And he was born in 1925 and died in 2016. And Basti was translated from Urdu to English. It was originally written in Urdu. He was The writer Intizar Husain was born in undivided India when British Raj was going on at that time. But after the partition, he migrated to Pakistan in 1947. Therefore, the pain, suffering, and agony of partition can be found in his novels, short stories, and essays. His novels and short stories are often reminiscence and nostalgia of pre-partition and partition days. Apart from that, some of his well-known works are A Chronicle of the Peacocks, Stories of Partition, Exile and Lost Memories, and Justazoo Kya Hai, etc. And we all know the word Basti, it means an inhabitant place, settlement, or village to whom human being call as home, right? Basti is an Urdu word or it is a Hindi word that means a settlement or a village. And the plot, character, and incidents in the novel, it recalls and re-evokes the story of Pakistan after the independence or after the partition, and it is as a new country. But we all know Pakistan has also suffered partition in 1971 as Bangladesh, right? So throughout the novel, the novelist has also tried to depict this 1971 liberation war of Bangladesh. Moreover, the writer has also depicted the tragic succumbing of paradise to the corrosive powers of time through the emotional journey of its main protagonist, Zakir. Zakir is the main protagonist of this novel, and he takes us into his past life of uh, his village called Rupnagar. Before partition, he lived and he stayed in a village called Rupnagar. And beside that, the novelist Intizar Husain has also critiqued partition more than a political decision. He sees partition as a horrific human tragedy, and he has tried to display the inhuman, barbaric, and crestfallen side of partition in the name of religion where millions of innocent souls suffered and died. So so the writer thinks, and he tries to argue that if Pakistan is built in the name of religion, then why many Muslims still live in India, and why still not in a very large number, but still there are some Hindu people they too live in Pakistan. So he is asking this question through the novel, through the plot, character, and incidents, that if the main motive of the partition was to build a complete new country on the basis of Muslim, then why this thing has not done properly? And if their main motive had not been fulfilled, then what was the need of this partition? People had been living since centuries together. These all kinds of questions were asked by the writer, that this is just a power sharing game. This is just a political decision taken by the power hungry people. The common folk, the common man of the country had no idea about this. They were living as peacefully as they were before the partition. And uh, in the novel there is a protagonist, and the protagonist's name is Jakir. We have already talked. He is the protagonist of this novel, and he is a professor of history, and he teaches in Pakistan in college, and he tries to expound his story throughout the plot or through this novel. And the plot of the novel also explores Delhi, Lahore, Rupnagar, Syamnagar, etc. locality. And the protagonist has also narrated in the novel how electricity supply came to a very remotely located village, Rupnagar. People had never seen, heard about electricity, and when it came in Rupnagar village, then everyone was very anxious about it. They were reluctant, they were hesitant to accept it. They were not ready for it because they had not seen it since birth. Then why should they accept it? So when the electricity supply came, then everyone was not so enthusiastic about it. Only the new generation had shown little interest in it. And the old people of the village were very pessimistic about this transformation or change. And owing to electricity post and its wire, many monkeys too died, or they had to lose their lives as they were hanging and touching the cables without knowing its repercussions. And for that reason too, many people had opposed this idea of bringing electricity in the Rupnagar. And even many people, they were not ready to bring electricity in the mosque. Okay, and this proves that people are always skeptical about new change or new happenings or occurrences in their life. And many people, they never try to understand the technology, rather they try to first oppose it, and then when they see its benefit, then only they will try to embrace it. That kind of situation or theme the writer has tried to explore here. And in the novel, we have also got to know that Zakir had fallen in love with a girl called Samira in Rupnagar in childhood time. And after the partition or war, when Zakir had left that village, when Zakir had left Samira's village, from that time he had not met her. Since then, he had not met her, and it is all already it has already passed many years, means, and it occurred due to partition or war. So here the writer is trying to depict the deplorable conditions of war or deplorable repercussions of war. Means what war can bring, or what war can change in common man's life. And Zakir could not able to forget Samira since he left Rupnagar owing to partition or war, despite many years had already passed. And he had even heard that Samira too, she too had not got married. So therefore, he sent a letter to Samira, but no reply came. Okay. And in that way, the novel ended in a very pessimistic and tragic way. The protagonist of the story, Zakir, he had not got any reply from her of a promised lover, Samira, and in that way, the novel has ended. I have tried to give you a very brief summary of this story, but in our previous in our upcoming videos I will give you more information about it. This is just a little insight about the novel. And uh, and I have got a comment that uh, I have got a comment about literary theory of sixth semester. Actually, I have already made videos on each unit of sixth semester Dibrugarh University English major courses. So you first watch that video, and if there is some doubts, then I will try to bring next part of each unit. I will try to make another video for each unit if situation demands. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video. Bye bye.